Welcome to Long Distance Cycling video tutorial. Long distance cycling has developed a new concept we call online hosting for long distance events. The online hosting is different to anything that any previous software or app has ever provided to riders and their family. Our system tracks many riders at the same time and displays them on a map in real time. Anyone with web access can see all the riders on a given event. This video explains how to use the freely available tools to accomplish this. The riders will use their cell phones to update their location automatically. This system runs on very little battery power. As a matter of fact, the battery usage is almost insignificant. More of this later. The first step to use this system is to log in into the Track My Ride web app. As there might be many events running simultaneously, there is an easy procedure to let the system know which event you are participating and your identity. Type in the address as shown in the screen in your smartphone web browser before you start to ride. Reliable web browsers are Safari for iPhones, Chrome and Firefox for Android devices. Any modern web browser will work providing it has access to the GPS unit in your cell phone and that you have the browser accepting cookies from a web page. We suggest to bookmark the address for easy access. The web app screen will look similar to the image on the left. At this point you need to tell the web app which ride you are about to start. The available rides will be listed starting with the date and the name of the ride. Current rides will be on the top identified with an arrow icon. Begin by touching the name of the ride you are riding and it will turn slightly gray. Then confirm your selection by touching the blue button labeled Select Ride. After you confirm your selection, a panel will slide from left to right. The panel's title will show the selected ride name. If the name listed does not match your desired selection, simply do a swipe gesture to go back to the previous screen. There is a help button that can provide some assistance. If the title displayed is what you want to select, look through the list of participants and find your name. Use the finger gesture to browse until you find your name. Once you have your name in view, hold your finger over your name for 2 or 3 seconds until the screen switches to track mode. If your name is near the bottom of the list, there is a track button that also makes the selection. After an instant, the web app will ask for your permission to use your current location. Answer OK. That is it. You are now tracking. Your location is now being reported to the main website counterpart. There is a few things you might want to verify until you get familiar with the Track My Ride web app. Once you get familiar with it, all this procedure will be really fast and take no more than 2 seconds. You should verify the title of the ride near the top of the screen and your name, as indicated with the red arrows, are correct. If it is not, you need to reselect. It is also important to verify that your latitude and longitude are showing in the screen and that a smiley face appears, indicating the tracking is enabled. You will also see a number near the bottom of the screen. This number indicates how many times your location has been uploaded to the main server. It will only register when your location is successfully read. Note that the system does not need to continuously track your location. This will drain your battery. Instead, as you will see later, the events available on the system already have the route you are following. The idea here is to update your location within the given route on an as-needed basis. So, after glancing at your screen and seeing that you are updating your location in the correct event, and under the correct name, you can set your phone to idle to save battery. Whenever you stop to refill or relax, you must remember to look up to your phone. We do so anyways, as we might have a phone call missed or a message. While you access your phone taking out of idle, the Track My Ride web app will update your location. So, what happens when you no longer need to track your location, or you realize you are tracking other ride and you need to reselect? You use the reset button. Just tapping on reset button will set you back to the white screen, where you can select again a ride and a rider name. But, as we all know, Anything on the cell phone screens can be touched by mistake. That is why we had added a way to hide the reset button temporarily to avoid accidental reset. Near the top of the screen on the right side, above the reset button, there is a light gray button. This button is named Columns, and its purpose is to hide/show information in the screen. Touch it, and it will reveal two items to hide or show: the Logged At item and the User Action item. Uncheck the item you want to hide, in this case the User Action. This will remove the reset button from the screen, and after doing this you can safely put your phone in your pocket and begin writing. We recommend to always leave the app running in the screen and hit the sleep button. Remember that Track My Ride is a web app, so you must keep it in your browser the whole time you are riding. This version will not do any work while the phone is idle receiving a message or playing MP3 tunes. It will remain waiting for you to unlock the phone. If you want to use your phone for anything like texting, making a phone call, or using a regular app, remember to bring up the web browser app before setting the phone back to idle and leave the Track My Ride web page on the screen before you put out the phone. Do not navigate out of Track My Ride by tapping on the back button. This will cause to temporarily disconnect you from the tracking system. If you need to use the web while you are at a stop, please set a new window, and before booting the phone down, go back to the window that holds the tracking app. Track My Ride must be up and counting as you set your phone to sleep. That way, the next time you wake up your phone, it will report your location right away. If accidentally you lose the connection, don't worry. Log in again, and the system will pick up where it left off. The system is designed to handle accidental disconnects. But to avoid the procedure to keep login every time is best to follow our suggestions. But again, once you become familiar the login process, it will take no more than 2 seconds to do so. At some point you might want to see where you are in relation to other riders. Maybe one of your buddies got lost and you might want to know where he or she is. You can do that too. Leaving Track My Ride in its own window. Open up another window and go to My Map. My Map will use your current credentials, ride and name, and will show you the current ride, and everyone that is tracking on the map. Tap on the rider icons to reveal the name of the rider. This web page also shows you weather information, which is very useful on rainy days, to spot a storm, or to see the temperatures ahead. We suggest to create bookmarks for Track My Ride and My Map, so you can easily access them on the road. Remember to always stop before attempting use your cell phone. For your family and friends at home, there is the main website that show all this on a big screen. Share with them the main website address. On the main web page, your family and friends will have a panoramic view of the ride with extra information and real-time updates of your location and stats. We are constantly developing additional features for the main website and the web app. Make sure to check out new tutorials coming up. LD Cycling is free to use, and there is no hardware or software to buy. If you find it useful, encourage your family and friends to donate $1 to support free tracking.